Hello, everyone. Namaste, and welcome to day one of Yoga for Beginners. Now, congratulations if this is your first time trying out yoga, and I hope you enjoy this journey. All right, take your time, don't rush it, and I'm gonna take you through this whole 30 days, slow and easy. All right. Now, I prepare myself a strap and also two blocks here. So you don't have to get your very own blocks and strap. You can always substitute them with something else. All right. The blocks you can substitute them with shoebox or books. And the strap you can substitute them with any ropes you can find around you or simply a belt. All right. Now we're gonna begin. Today, day one is all about simple stretches because our muscles is currently a little bit stiff. That's why we are here, right? So if our muscles stiff and tight, we want to wake them up. So simple as it is, we're going to sit down in your Vajrasana. This is what you call a Vajrasana, where you sit onto your heels. Simple. All right. If you find that your ankles are a little bit stiff, you find that it's really uncomfortable, I will recommend you to just sit on the block with both of your legs folded right in front of you. Okay, so you have two options here. So pick which one you prefer. Okay, now from here, place your right hand next to your right hip. Inhale, lifting your left arms up. When you exhale, just walk your right fingers over towards the right side. You want to lean your left arms over to the right side. So simply stretching the left side of your body, waking the left oblique here. So there's no fancy movement or anything. Just keep reaching your left arms over as long as you feel that long stretch on the left side of your body. And now your next inhale, we come back to the center. Now if you find that moving and also breathing, find it a little bit not stable and not connecting, don't worry about it, all right? Just stretch. Now let's go into the left side. Left fingertips down, right arms up. Okay, and then we're going to walk that left fingers over to the left side. Right hand just reaching over. Make sure both of your hip is still sitting nicely on the block or on the floor or on the heels, whichever you want. And stay here, keep stretching that right side of your body. Just breathe normally, breathe naturally, stay here. Keep stretching like a morning stretch, and then slowly we rise back up to the center. Simple as it is. Now we're going to walk towards the front with your hands. All right, just release your legs to the back, whichever it is, how you want to come up, as long as we meet in your all fours position. Now this is what we call the all fours position. Your palms is under the shoulder, your knees is placed under your hip. Make sure they are shoulders width apart, knees is hip width apart. We'll come into your cat-cow pose. So as you inhale, feel the heaviness on your abdomen. You're going to sink your abdomen down, lift your hip, lift your chest, inhale, and take a look forward. And when you're ready to give your full exhale, we're going to tuck in that abdomen up, and we begin to round our upper back. Bring the chin close to your chest. 2 more rounds here. Inhale, same thing. Let's drop the abdomen down. Feel it so heavy. Hips up, chest up. Inhale forward. And exhale, we're going to tuck your abdomen in, round that upper back. And last round, inhale. Let's open up that chest forward. Now try not to bring your ears struck, your shoulders all the way up. You want to lengthen the neck. Alright? And when you exhale, let's round that back again, chin to chest. and inhale, come back to the natural spine. All right, make sure the spine is natural with a gentle curve on the lower spine. Now from here, let's untuck your toes. We're gonna sit your hip down. This is your first child pose, hopefully. Then bring your hands forward and just simply relax your arms down and forehead down to the floor. Simple as it is. This is a resting pose. Now you may find that your hip might be lifted quite high up here. Okay, I want you to relax and just let your hip slide back. You may use your hand to walk back to the point where your hip is sink really low down to your heels. If it's not touching, doesn't matter. We just want to feel that nice and elongated spine. You can move side to side. Today is really casual. You are just getting to know your body, finding a little bit more space to move around, just to wake those muscles up here. So stay in your child's pose, move side to side. Okay. And let's come back to center and inhale. You're gonna look forward and stretching the left side of the body. So we walk both hands towards the right side. So your body's going to curve like a moon. Right? So keep walking. Make sure your abdomen is still firmly pressed on your thighs. And keep going until you feel that nice stretch from your left underpit all the way down to your left hip. And slowly just lower your forehead down as much as you can. And stay here for 3, 2, and 1. And just gently lift your head up, and you're going to walk your hands back to the center. Right? And we're going to switch side. So keep walking your hands over towards the left side. If you notice my hip, my right rib cage is still placed on top of my thighs here. So I just stretch the right side of my body as much as I can without lifting up. You can look between your palms, or you can simply drop your forehead down to the floor and relax. And stay here for 3, 2, and 1. You can lift your head up and walk your hands back forward and stay here. Alright, now we're going to walk your hands back towards you so you can sit back to your heels. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to drop your hips down to the side, straightening both legs to the front. Now, you can grab any sorts of straps, any rope that you can find. We're going to strap this strap around our feet. We're going to make sure that your toes are going to point up. So some of you may already experience that long stretch at the bottom of your legs, which is the hamstring and also your calf muscles here. So hold on to each rope with both hands, and you're going to lengthen the spine. Alright, lifting that chest as much as you can. So the difference is you're going to stay here, as some of you, if you find that your posture is rounded at your back and your shoulders are struck all the way to your ears, I will recommend you to push the chest forward and keep pulling the strap so you can bring that shoulders away from your ears. As if someone is lifting your head really high up, like a puppet. Okay? Keep pointing the toes up. Now, if you can go a little bit more, or you just explore that your body can fold a little bit more, then you can always round that strap or just round any sort of rope or belt you have, and then bend the elbows, still maintain that long spine and chest lift, and we're going to fold forward, bend the elbows outwards, and just do it really slowly, and try to make sure that your legs are not shaking violently or your arms are shaking violently. If it does, your muscles is trying to tell you that it already hit its capacity. Right? And just stay where you feel really comfortable. Flexibility will come very soon. Alright, you just need some time. And just keep looking at your toes. Stay here for another 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. And slowly release here. Ooh. So if you have performed the pose correctly, you'll find that your hamstring and your calves is where it felt the most. Okay. Now I'm gonna bend my right knee. Okay. I'm gonna bend my right knee, place my feet inside of my left thigh here. My left leg is gonna point straight towards the front, and toes as well lifted up. You can use the strap again to strap it around your left feet. Now, using both of your hands holding each side, inhale, lengthen again. Same thing we're going to do. We're going to bend that elbows, look at your toes, chest is lifted, and fold to the point where you feel that really nice stretch on your left hamstring and also your left quads. And stay here. Inhale and exhale, bending the elbows, lean forward just a tiny bit more. Make sure your left knee is pressed down to the floor. Your left toes is pointing up, flexing towards you. 2 and 1. Nicely done, and slowly release here. Place your strap to the side. What we're going to do is going to lift that right feet and place it on top of my left thigh. Now, this one is really dependent on how flexible your ankles are. If you find that your ankles are really tight, I recommend you to stay where they are. But if you want to bring it up, go ahead, rest that right feet on top of your left thighs here. Alright, this is what we call a half lotus pose. We're going to push this right knee as low as they can towards the floor. So left hand, just place it diagonally to the left side so you can rest your body to the back slightly. Right hand on your right knee and just give that nice gentle press down. You'll find that there's a little bit of opening happening, all right, at your right hip, at that right little joint. So you're going to press down on your exhale. If you can't coordinate your breathing, always remember exhaling is where you stretch. Okay? Some of you may ask, why exhale? Now, when you exhale, your muscle tends to get a bit softer, all right, gets a bit relaxed. So try not to tense up the muscle to get where you want to go, but more of exhaling. So this is your body, do whatever you want. I like to take an inhale and relax a bit. And then exhale, I press it down. How about one more time? Inhale. And exhale. Press it down gently. We're awakening some muscles here, guys. So congratulations. When you're ready, inhale. Let's come back up. We're going to release that right leg. Okay? So if you feel a little bit of pins and needles happening on that right ankles, I want you to just rotate your ankles in one direction. And maybe we go opposite direction just to bring the blood back to where they are. And then straighten your right leg. Now bring your left feet inside of your right thighs. Okay, so bringing your strap back and just bring it around your right feet. Holding on with two sides of your strap here. Inhale, lengthening the spine, pressing your right knee down gently to the floor. All right, flexing it, and then you find your toes going to lift up. And then inhale, lengthening the spine, suck in the core. And exhaling, bend the elbows, see how low you can go. Okay. Now, when you find that when you keep going lower, to tell when to stop is when you suddenly your body starts to shift to a rounded back, shoulders closing up to your ears. It's time to tell your body to stop pulling. Okay. So just relax your shoulders away from your ears, chest lifted. Just take your time by bending the elbows, shoulders away from the ears, and keep folding forward. I'm not going very low. I'm just going to where I feel really comfortable, all right? So we're going to do this together. Keep looking at your toes and just one more deep breath here. Okay. Now inhale, like I said earlier, inhale by expanding the muscles. So we normally release. Alright. Now, two options here. Just checking in on your left ankle. If you find that this is enough for you, stay there. Or if you want to just bring your feet up and give your ankle a little bit of nice stretch. And just right hand, place it diagonally to the right side. Left hand on the left knee. You want to gently exhaling, pressing the knees down towards the floor's direction. It's like you're pushing something away from you, right? Just keep pressing down, push it away, and just stay here, inhaling, lengthening the spine. If your knees can't touch the floor, don't just force to touch the floor, all right? You want to let it come gently. Stay here for another one more deep breath here. Inhale, you can release. And then exhale again, we press it down, but make sure your body is really relaxed. The muscles on your left leg is relaxed. Finding that the feeling is on that left hip joint. Opening that left hip joint. Some of you may find it on your left ankle. I don't blame you. Right? And then slowly inhale. Let's release back. And slowly release your left feet straight towards the front. Ooh. And then we come into our full butterfly pose. What is that? Now, full butterfly pose is where you join both feet together and bend both knees to the side. So everyone has different level of how high their knee can be. Some of you may be here, some of you may be here, some of you almost already touching the floor. Now, whichever level you are, stay where you are, okay? Now, once you find that your lower back starts to feel real uncomfortable and maybe your hip starts to feel a bit uncomfortable, try to pop 2 blocks or whichever books or anything, just place it right under your both thighs. Alright, so you can rest here. Easy, does it? Alright, so interlace your fingers under your toes. Inhale, once again, lengthen the spine. If you haven't already know all the stretches, begin by lengthening the spine first. Okay, so as we lengthen the spine here, you want to pull the feet towards your direction. Okay, pull the feet towards you, bend that elbow. All right, so begin to lean that chest forward so you can move this motion front and back a couple of times to open up your hip. Okay, so instead of just folding forward, coming to a very active stretching, just keep holding on here. Sometimes you feel a little bit bored. So sometimes the flexibility doesn't really come that fast. So what I normally do is find mobility by moving, all right, engaging those joints. So keep moving the joints to wake up those tiny little muscles around it so you can find flexibility very, very fast. Okay, so keep moving forward and back. Once again, if you find that your back starts to round forward, I recommend you to stop. Always chest up, shoulders away from your ears. My movement is so subtle that I don't even notice them, right? So as long as you feel it, that your joint is opening by moving very gently, right? That is good enough. Just 2 more movement here, front and back. Maybe this time go a little bit deeper, front and back. Well done. All right, use both hands to support the knees and bring it back up to the center. And maybe you want to shake it a bit, right, and see where it takes you. Now, place all your props to the side. I have good news for you. And today we are done with our first day. Can you imagine that was really fast? All right. I hope you guys enjoy this first class of yoga for 30 days. Now, we're going to lie down on our back. We always end the class with Shavasana. I'm going to elaborate a little bit on Shavasana. Now, we call this the corpse pose, but it doesn't mean that we're going to sleep in the pose. Now, if you find that you happen to doze off, it's fine. It shows that your body is really tired and this is your first class. So Shavasana doesn't come really easy. In fact, Shavasana is one of the hardest poses to master, believe it or not. Although it's just simply lying down on your back, your feet is going to open up to the side. Feet dropping to the side really naturally, as you can see. Alright, no engagement or anything. Your hands going to spread wide to the side, palms turns up instead of turning down. Alright, let the muscles be neutral here. Now just make sure that your lower back has a slight curve, the natural curve on your spine. Then you begin to just gently close your eyes. And then to observe the body. Observe the muscles that we have touched on today. The muscles that we have stretched on today. So just try your best to acknowledge the body. Checking in from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. Just checking each and every part of the body. If there's any comfort or discomfort feeling that you're experiencing actually. In your first yoga class, in your first Shavasana, you can take a moment to acknowledge your uncomfortable part of the body. Maybe you want to just stay present and ask yourself, why am I feeling this uncomfortable sensation right now? If you haven't been in touch with your body, or you haven't been sitting down and analyzing the body, this is the right time to do so. Just by closing your eyes and basically just run through the body. If you're experiencing any tiredness, tightness, or any source of discomfort feeling in your body, we begin to bring the awareness back to the center. If your mind starts to drift off, or if you're thinking all sorts of thoughts in your mind, it's completely normal. And just bring the awareness back to your body right now. As we begin to awake the body, we start by wriggling the fingers and wriggling the toes, finding that gentle movement begin to arise in your body. And just starting to straighten your arms above your head, joining both feet together to touch. And just give your spine that long, deep stretch and release here. And when you exhale, just relax the body down. Bend one knee at a time, and we're gonna hug both knees to your chest. Keep it really close, and still hugging both knees to the chest, we just rock side to side, very gently, very subtly, just to massage your spine here. You're gonna take it really slow on your first day. And we begin to roll the body to the right side. Right. So you fully lie down on the right side, right arm reaching up above your head so you can rest your head on. The left hand just placed it right in front of you on the floor. You can remain with your eyes closed. And just really take your time to come off from the floor by pressing your left palms down. And just gently push yourself back to seated. No rush here at all. If you still have your eyes closed, go ahead, keep those eyes closed. Sit down onto the cross-leg position like how we begin. Hands on your knees resting. And basically just let the body settle down. Then we join both palms to your heart center and just humbly bow down. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today's class, and congratulations again on your first day for this beginner of yoga class. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing a little bit more deeper stretch, more bigger movement, and enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Thank you.